Hi, I'm Kenny Anderson, Director of Multicultural Affairs for the City of Huntsville, and welcome to Impact. Each week we bring you information about exciting things that are happening in our community, and today will be no different. You know, one of the things we like to talk about on this broadcast are health initiatives that are taking place all the time around the city because we recognize the value and importance of taking care of one's health. Today we have two individuals on the show who will talk to us about an exciting health fair that's going to take place in just a few weeks. Joining me today is none other than Reggie Hicks, who is the general manager for a station that I have a little awareness of, WJOU Praise 90.1 FM. Welcome to the broadcast, man.
Kenny, thank you for having me.
It's good to have you here today, man. And I know it's going to be an exciting conversation about this wonderful health fair that your station has been a part of in the past, and you're kicking it off one more time this year. So let me just talk to Jim for a second. Jim Pride is Community Relations Director with Good Samaritan Hospice. Great to have you on the show today.
Thank you, Kenny. We certainly appreciate the opportunity to come up here and share with your viewers a little bit about our third annual health fair.
That's right. This is showing a little bit of consistency and longevity is beginning to be a part of this process also, and it's just good to have you both here today. So tell us about the health fair. What is it and why is it happening?
Well, you know, I'm new to the scene, more or less. Matter of fact, I'm celebrating my first year anniversary in just a couple of weeks at the station. And one of the things that really intrigued me when I first got to the station was the fact that this health fair was going on, and I had an opportunity to come in on the tail end of it. But it really shows what the station is doing in the community with our partners like Good Samaritan Hospice, coming together to not only provide an opportunity for individuals in the community to learn more about being healthy, but also helping students as well. So I was really impressed with the fact that we were doing a little of both at the station, and the fact that it's the third annual and it's continuing to grow.
Yeah. And Jim, of course, I know Good Samaritan Hospice has not only been a good friend and partner of WJOU, but also has been a collaborator on this health fair.
Yes, we have, Kenny, and you know, it's as Reggie mentioned, it's a great thing for the community. Particularly, there are a lot of folks here that perhaps don't have insurance, things of that nature. There are a lot of tests and information available to them free of charge at the health fair. But what I think we're most proud of, and I know this is near and dear to your heart, is that all the proceeds from this health fair go to scholarships for deserving students at Oakwood University.
Yeah.
And
that's a big deal, and you guys have really come on strong the last couple of years. We know year 3 is going to be more of the same, but I've had a chance to see those students who have won those scholarships and just the appreciation that they show.
Yeah.
That this kind of an event is tied into their journey and their quest for excellence in education is a very meaningful thing.
Yes, it is.
It is, and I think sometimes that you see a lot of health fairs around town for various reasons, but we really feel like that this puts us a notch above everybody else because of why we're there. The vendors that are there that participate certainly want to spread the word about their business, what they have to offer, and that's a wonderful thing. But the bottom line is helping these deserving students out.
Yeah. And you know, I know with being at an academic institution, there are lots of health fairs that take place around the city, really year round now. There's always somebody doing one somewhere.
Right.
But the reality is this, when you have this kind of a commitment on an academic institution, I think it really sends a clear message to the students as well about the value of health. You know, you guys and I have seen a lot of mileage in life, and of course we're looking in the rear view mirror now, and
pretty
perhaps, and we're not writing ourselves off just yet.
Not yet.
But we've probably made some missteps health-wise along the way, and we have learned from those things, we hope, and made some adjustments. Really, this is a great time for young people who are in the academic institution with their whole future ahead of them to get on top of these things now.
Yeah, and I think what's interesting about where we are now in having this health fair is that Oakwood University has an initiative called Healthy Campus 2020, which is doing just that, to get the word out about health to students. I was actually at lunch today and someone was talking about the fact that you wouldn't believe it, but a lot of the students when they did their pre-testing, that a good number of students were pre-diabetic. And we're talking about 18, 19, 20-year-old, not kids, but young adults. So it is so important for us to be connected with not just only Healthy Campus 2020, but also the rest of the Oakwood community and the Huntsville community as well. It's really important. We think about the older crew, us, you know, I guess you say, but really it's the young people as well that we've got to get this message to, because they are, you know, at an age where they think they're invincible. They're not making the right choices. But what I'm seeing is a shift in students actually talking about what some of the healthy choices are now. So I think the message is getting out there, and we're hoping to do that as well with the health fair coming up.
And I think there's so many fun ways to get healthy today. I mean, there's a whole spectrum of opportunity when you think about diet, but you also think about exercise and all the fun ways that you can do it now. You know, you get on a treadmill, you can actually get on a treadmill where you don't just boringly walk on a treadmill for an hour, but you can actually have one that has a program that helps you go through various sequences and various experiences that are visually and graphically appealing and motivating. I carry a Fitbit everywhere I go. I'm really excited about that device, but there are all kinds of devices out there. You name your device, there's an opportunity to actually challenge people and also to motivate other people to do the same kinds of things. Because in this sense, I really do think birds of a feather flock together. It's like when I have a real commitment to health, and people around me have a firm commitment to health, we all can kind of help one another and cheer one another along. And I know, Reggie, recently you kind of had a health challenge that you took on with regards to some weight loss. And how did that process work for you?
I got on the scale this morning. I was like, okay, I got to do some more work. So far, so good. I lost almost about 25, almost 30 pounds. It's starting to kind of creep up. But what's good about the whole process, I think, was the fact that now I'm real conscious of my weight and where I am. And to be honest with you, my wife is very conscious of my weight where I am as well. So, you know, her first thing in the morning is, so what do you weigh? What are the numbers? And I think that's important because it puts a lot of things in perspective. So now, you know, I woke up this morning and I was a couple of pounds off, so I knew, you know, at lunch I sort of laid back off dessert and the juice and that kind of thing. And so it really is a lifestyle. You know, it's like brushing your teeth in the morning. It's like the things you do. Once you put it in your routine, then you begin to understand, and then you begin to kind of work it into your lifestyle. And that's what I'm doing. Even if it's about knowing the weight, you know, that's the first thing. Get on the scale. I've talked to so many people when I went through this process. I'm not getting on the scale. I'm not going to weigh myself. I mean, what am I doing that for? Why do I want to be disappointed? I said, but you don't know where to start. You don't even know if what you're doing is working if you don't get on the scale. But it's amazing to me how many people just don't want to get on the scale, even when they're doing good. They don't want to get on the scale. So knowing is important. Getting the information out there. So for me, it's been a good journey. Now I just need to add the exercise part to the formula. Yeah,
that's sometimes the biggest challenge.
Yes.
Jim, I know with Good Samaritan Hospice, you guys are so involved in the community. You're not just a business out there doing business. You're actually out there building relationships. I know you understand the value of that. And I was just wondering, why is it important for Good Samaritan Hospice as a business entity to connect and collaborate with organizations like WJOU and all of the many other ways that you guys are involved? Because I've seen you guys out in the community in many arenas.
Well, Kenny, we're a locally owned business, locally owned and operated. We think that is tremendously important, particularly with the subject matter and the type of business we are. So we feel it is incumbent upon us to get out into the community, to give back what the community has given to us, but to also help spread the word about these healthy initiatives and what folks can do, whether it be exercise or proper diet or just seeing a physician. So many people are reluctant to go to the doctor, but if you go and you like Reggie said, you know, if you know what your weight is or you know what your problems are, at that point you can begin to take steps to correct it. But it does go back to our ownership they want us out in the community. They want us helping people.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I know, I'll say from a personal level, I really love these kinds of conversations because it continues to inspire me and motivate me. The aging process can be brutal. That's the reality. And when you wake up over a series of months and years and you realize that it's not the same as when you once woke up, that things don't quite work the way they used to, feel the way they used to, look the way they used to. I mean, you got all these changes taking place. The responsibility really falls on us to make the adjustments that we can make that are within our control before we get so far down the line that there's nothing to do. And so I love the fact that this health fair is taking place. I think we probably want to tell people where it is, when it is, and how they can be a part of it.
Absolutely. Well, the health fair will be at the Millet Activity Center on the beautiful Oakwood University campus. This is going to be on Wednesday, October the 28th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. And I would like to encourage the community, those who have not been on the Oakwood campus. It is absolutely beautiful. Please come on out. There's plenty of parking, a lot of great things to see there, particularly at the health fair. But Oakwood is a beautiful campus, and we would really encourage the entire community to get out and come take a look.
Yeah, it's absolutely free.
Yes.
Yeah, and they can learn more by going to WJOU.org, www.WJOU.org. Sign up as a vendor. Maybe you've got an organization you want represented there. That's one thing I will say about the health fair is that we have a number of vendors that come out and that are a part and provide information to the community. So we want to increase that number so that when participants come out, they have a bevy of different booths to visit. And also WJOU will be broadcasting live from the event as well, beginning that morning all the way through to that afternoon. So we want to encourage people to come out, check the station out. Of course, Good Samaritan Hospice will be there. And I just want to say this about Good Samaritan Hospice. When I got here, coming from Atlanta, I see a lot of the corporate community involved in the community. But Good Samaritan Hospice, really what they do and continue to do every year with us and with all the other organizations, just really should be commended on their commitment to engaging the community and making a difference. They've helped us enact a scholarship, 3 scholarships that we give away of $1,000 to a student in allied health, in nursing, and in communications. And I can tell you that these are normally juniors or seniors, students that are close to getting out, but that need that extra little bit in order to get them graduated. And so, we're so happy that Good Samaritan Hospice is joining us in this effort, and they're part of our UNCF activities as well. So I just want to go on record in saying that they have been a tremendous partner with WJOU over the years, of the year I've been there and the years prior too. So we just really appreciate that.
Yeah, and throughout the Oakwood community as well as the Huntsville-Madison County community, you guys are actively engaged and absolutely commend you for that as well. Jim, tell us how people can reach you and get more information about your company.
They can call us at any time. Our number is 256-772-8108, and we are located on Hughes Road in Madison, very centrally located. So we would be happy to speak with anybody if they have some concerns about themselves, about a loved one. Myself, one of the social workers, are happy to talk with family members or patients that may be facing this challenge and need some help. And we always encourage folks to make sure that they know a little bit about this before they need it.
Yeah. And Reggie, once again, WJOU.org.
That's the place to go. Or 256-726-7418. I hope I got that right, because I'm new.
Yeah, right.
But in any event, WJOU.org is easy to remember, and all of the information about the station and, of course, about the health fair will be there for you. And you can also sign up for a vendor as well online.
All right. Again, the date is?
It is Wednesday, October 28th.
Okay.
Yes.
And we want people to come out and be a part of it. Put it on your calendar. Come on out, meet these guys and everybody else that has great information. I'm sure you have flu shots and all kinds of screenings and just a lot of good information, a lot of good fellowship. This is always a great event, and we're really glad that this type of thing is happening. And Reggie, again, welcome to the Huntsville community.
Thank you. Thank you.
On your first anniversary.
Yes, it's my first time on your show, so I'm looking forward to being back on.
It won't be the last. And Jim, welcome back, man. Always good to have you.
Thank you, Kenny. We really do appreciate your involvement in the community, and I think I would probably be remiss if I didn't mention that also in conjunction with our health fair, we give out awards. We have the Oakwood Good Samaritan Award, and we have the Good Samaritan Community Award, which Kenny was awarded last year. And we will have two deserving nominees this year to also be awarded, and we're looking forward to that.
Well, I was appreciative, and I look forward to
surprised.
seeing us. And surprised, absolutely surprised.
Well deserved.
Well
Kenny.
deserved.
Very well deserved.
Thank you, thank you. I often say teamwork makes the dream work, and together everyone achieves more. And really, it's a collaborative effort in the community with all of these people doing good things, coming together for the good of the community. So thank you for all that you guys do.
Thanks for having
Kenny.
us.
Appreciate it.
We hope you'll come out and be a part of this great event, and we have some information on the screen there for you so that you can definitely check out the Health Fair 2015 at the beautiful campus of Oakwood University. In the meantime, we hope that you have a great rest of the week, and as always, we'll see you again soon.